Welcome to the Horror Room. I'm Travis Bruce, and today we're doing another indie horror spotlight. I have the writer and producer for a new movie that has a big old billboard up in California, right?
Yeah, we had Times Square and we have two in Hollywood. Yes, sir.
So what? I got my man RG Graham. RG, how you doing, my friend?
I'm doing fabulous, my friend. Thank you for asking. Is that good enough light? Should I do something else? Are we good?
Right there. Stay right.
Okay, perfect. Yes.
And and your movie, I mean, it's a slasher. It's called The Boatyard. Please tell us about The Boatyard.
Well, beside it being an exciting project, I mean, it was super fun. It was fun writing it. I'd like to take credit for being creative, but really, man, I was just replicating some situations that were in my life at the time, people and situations that we used to just come down to the boatyard and kick it on my boat, and everyone was a either an actor or a social media celebrity. And I just came up with the idea, man, we should put this down as a horror, man. And The reason that is because we all like horrors. We also like the fact of the cult following. And I will say this as executive producer too, horrors are the most economical and the highest grossing, so I got to stick that in. So that was a
What
motivation
I
right
hear.
there. Also, business.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Now, I understand that you were big in the business, you were big into real estate. And how do you go from that to, hey, I'm going to chase horror?
You know something? Um, Good question. I have never, Travis, been, I don't know, one to be reluctant or use an excuse about I haven't done this before. I mean, my mother always told me if someone else can do it, guess what? You probably can do it better if you want. So, it stuck with me. Really and a big motivation, and I'll tell you this, was just watching movies now with some of this, in my opinion, this content war between all the platforms. It's really watering stuff down, and I'm not saying that from a business aspect or aspect that I can do better. All I'm saying is, guess what? I'd like to watch a movie that I actually know what happened throughout the whole movie, where I am engrossed in it, where it holds my interest, where there's some good peaks and valleys. And I just don't see that right now with too many movies. I mean, it just, I don't know. It could be my personal opinion, and we're all entitled to guess what? The fact is, I wanted to make something that held at least my attention, okay? And I believe some other people, because again, that's just the mechanics and the formula. That's not necessarily your content. I mean, we're in this industry now, it's so watered down, Travis, that I mean, they could put anything out. I mean, Barbie just took over the color pink, man, as if it was for sale. They own it now, okay? So, it's the times we live in. I just wanted to see a good movie, and I'm really excited. We're in post-production now to see this. I have to give a great shout out to the people that really surpassed my expectations on this. And first of all, obviously, the fine cast of actors we had, who responded to the script, not the pay, not that came with the bag. These guys actually like the script, and these are people that, for instance, Mike Ferguson loved it. I mean, Mike's got chops all over the place, Hollywood, everywhere. He's the hardest working man in show business. I always tell him, man. Okay. And that was just a big compliment, Travis. I mean, because that surpassed my expectation. I just had a script. It was just what was going on, but for people to respond to it, wow, man. I mean, I don't want to say I'm pat myself on the back. I just really appreciate that they see it, because if the actors see it, guess what? It's a good chance the audience is going to see it. We're on the right path. We're on the right journey to make a good film. My director, my DP, the whole crew, man, I mean, it was outstanding. I mean, to see this thing come to life, man. So I really appreciate. Shout out to Dale Stelly Entertainment, Dana Rice Productions, and obviously NRG Entertainment, and all the cast and crew of the Boatyard, Travis.
Awesome. And something you're saying is absolutely true. I can, as a movie watcher, horror movie watcher, I can tell when the cast, the the guys in the background, the director, the producer, the writers. I can tell when they all care about the project. It's not a
Wow.
paycheck. You can tell. I mean, you can obviously tell because it shows on the screen. It shows with the artwork. So, I mean, to
Wow.
have that bond, I mean, is absolutely amazing. Now,
You
you
know,
brought up a guy,
Travis,
Mike. Hmm?
if I could say something, because you got a sharp eye, man. I mean, this is your business, and I really appreciate being here, your time, but your enthusiasm and detail to something that was phenomenal. And it brings up the fact of the camaraderie. These guys, I gotta tell you, man, no one would ever believe this cast have just met each other. I mean, the bond they had with behind the scenes on set. I mean, I'd like to say that everyone accredited to a piece of it of being, guess what, the script, and obviously a great casting agent, okay? And that's Paul Bell casting, okay? Lene Bell, we got to give her a shout out. She did a great job, man. She brought a
Hmm.
great crew together, and they really, really brought this thing to life, man. And we're looking to do not just part one, part two, part three. Listen, we're franchise, man. That's how we're going in this, man. We're sticking together. We got to keep her. And I think it's original, adding the water, adding California to it, man. Just a taste of everything.
And you're talking about, the the group you have, Mike Ferguson. This guy is on social media. I mean, he is posting. So I have a question, Mike. How is it working with Mike? He's an intimidating looking guy.
Well, and he's loud too. Okay. And he's loud. Listen, man. Hey, we had to ask the director a few times and everything. Is he okay? But he's in character, man. The guy's a consummate professional. He knows what he's doing, and his experience and energy just brings people up to another level in the film. And I'm really grateful and thankful for Mike Ferguson, Mike Joy, horror.com, but Mike Ferguson, I got to tell you, man, wow, when you just look at the trailer, okay? Everyone's
Mhm.
great, but Mike just fills it in like a fine cement
He
with his.
really does.
Absolutely, man. I mean, I'm so excited, man. But as far as him being a big mean guy, guess what? Mike's a sweetie. He tries to help everyone. He wants to help everyone. He's the best gem and asset you could have on a team. And I am grateful, thankful, and I look so much more forward to doing other projects. Actually, Mike just got me a role in something too. And I don't I'm
Nice.
not even an actor, but guess what? He said, I got something perfect for you. And hey, guess what? I'm free that day, so I'm doing another gig, man, with someone. So yeah, so things are fun, man. Definitely.
That's amazing, man. All right, so I have a question. So this is your
Sure.
first time producing a
It's my
full feature movie. What are
well.
some challenges? I'm sorry. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
so I'm sorry. I just want to be
Oh,
careful with that, Travis. It's your show, but guess what,
yeah.
buddy? When everyone says that with the producing thing, man. I've been a successful business person all
Mm-hmm.
my life. Well, at least the parts I was successful.
Yes.
Well, I guess I'm doing comedy too, man. I got it, bro. We got some great stuff coming. But watch this. A producer. Man, I've been producing all my life, man. It just hasn't been a script, man, that
Yes.
was written and put into a movie form. But
Yes.
producer, man, I mean, that's what brought me over here because it's nothing different. It's nothing different. If I produce over here, if I could producing's producing. And it's funny,
Yes.
people say, hey man, you should have been doing this forever, man. And you know what I tell them for what? And they say, and they think about it because they're like, well, yeah, you already got a yacht, you got some nice cars, you got some businesses, you got some, no problem with women. I've been divorced 4 times. So,
Oh.
well, maybe that is my problem. Maybe I do have a problem with
Life
women. I
goals.
don't know, man. But it doesn't seem to be my problem, okay? Okay? Hey, man, listen, I got to tell you, all the women out there with, listen, hey, if they're not around me, Travis, they all want to jump out the 20th floor window and slice their neck on the way down, brother, because guess what? I do better without them.
More
Just look
focus,
at
right?
my IG. Just look at my IG, baby. Right. But yeah, man, Mike's the guy. But yeah, you were gonna ask me
Yeah.
about producing this,
Mm,
and
uh,
yes,
but I
go
was gonna
ahead,
ask
please.
you, so what are some challenges that you ran into from the beginning to end of the filming, as well as what are some things or some shit that you were like, next time around, I'm gonna do this instead.
Wow. You're amazing, guy, because wow, that's what I went through, and will continue to. But I'm so grateful because, you know, having picked the right director, having picked him picking the right team, having him get a budget he can work with, um, having budget left over for PR, not being strangled held by the industry or pockets or partners. Man, I'm in a unique position, and I'm looking to have so many options that are great for everyone that's part of this film and part of the horror community. Man, I mean, right? That's what's exciting. But challenges, I I I I can't I really can't identify them because every challenge just turned into a stepping stone to do just what you just said, Travis. Know what that I'm going to do next time different.
Mm-hmm.
I tell you one main thing key that I do remember. It's having a conversation with my DP and my director who put the budget, I put the budget together and let him handle everything through his entertainment company. He did a great job. But I found out also, some things directors and don't do necessarily as fast as I may like it. As a businessman, I have no patience for lack of momentum or stopping momentum. Where we've got momentum, man, listen, man, momentum and air, something that bring air up because it's an invisible element that no one
Mm-hmm.
thinks about, but without it, you wouldn't exist, which just proves there's other elements as powerful or close that are very powerful that are invisible. Momentum is one. Momentum, my friend. I mean, you put the air together with some wind, and that momentum picks up. And what does it do? It makes a hurricane.
It does.
Let's not stop it, man. We're on a move here. It's a strike going on. It's historical time. The people that attached to this film loved it so much, from the actors to everyone, that's the momentum that, guess what? I mean, right, is going to hold us together. That's the momentum that they love to see. It's not getting shelved. It's not getting slowed down. So when I say that, I'll wrap it right back around. I had to have a
Mm-hmm.
talk with my
Just do
director
it.
and DP,
Yes.
and I came to a conclusion because he said, because we're talking about some BTS I didn't have. And see, my thing is this: if we hired a photographer for BTS, whatever his excuse is for not getting it over, he just became the executive producer of slowing me up. I
Yep.
don't do that in any business. And especially this one where we give people work like these act that count on the front house, man. They count, right. This thing right here is synergy, it's energy. And I love the fact that everyone, not only the script, they bought into an EP. We ain't come with some ego, I'm the boss. No, man. Let's do this together. Let's do the best job we can. And like let's enjoy the moment. This is our project. It's not my
Mm-hmm.
price, our project. We all signed on to this, man. Okay. So with that being said, my director looked up at me. I mean, I'm not talking about him. See, I'm gonna straighten it out there when you see this. And he said, from now on, you handle the BTS. And I looked at him and I said, well, first of all, I'm not used to anybody talking to me like that. But I looked at him and said, it's a good idea. You direct, Dana DPs, I'll handle everything else. It made sense. That's
Mm-hmm.
what I want him doing, directing. That's what I want him doing, cinematography, right? And guess what? So I've learned something new, and I can keep it moving. I incorporated my daughter Ryan into the business with NRG Entertainment, who obviously is the film distributor right now. Okay, put the film together, and that's our company. But that entertainment company, my daughter now is handling all the posting. And it's funny because she went in and saying, "Dad, I don't know how to do this." I said, "Well, just do it." And guess what? You won't have that story for long. She's become an
Yeah.
expert. So
That's amazing.
just
Keeping it in.
absolutely,
Yeah.
man. And it's so with even that being said, I'm not afraid to do something that I can do better, man. I mean, and I saw a lot of places and I'm better. And that's the best thing, man, because we're coming back and everyone's going to be better. And I just recently learned what an executive producer does.
What's
Because
that?
I really
Oh.
didn't know. I didn't, man.
But nowadays,
Listen,
everybody's a producer or assistant producer or something in the movie, and they don't do nothing. So I don't.
but guess what I found out, Travis?
What's
An
that?
executive producer does everything,
Wow.
everything that needs to be done for his film. And I found that out after I started doing a lot of things I didn't expect I was going to do. But guess what? They got to be done. We got a rap party coming up. We got a premiere. We got a soundtrack. We got to lay, man. It's going to be super hot, man. I'm sitting on the boat right now. We filmed the Boatyard on. So, it's just a special, special feeling, man, that, hell, we're going to make the boat a star, man. Everyone who sees this
Yes.
out in Marina Del Rey is going to say, hey, that's that boat. So it's exciting.
Now, as a sales and marketing guy, that's my background, right? As far as
Mine
this
too.
YouTube
Okay,
thing.
perfect.
Yes.
All right.
So, one thing that I can give you kudos on that I don't see nobody else doing is marketing. You're doing a full-fledged marketing force on this project. Everything from the billboards to, you've done attached to Mike Joy, by the way, shout out to Mike.
Press releases, absolutely
Press
everything.
releases.
Right.
Coming on my show, marketing is key, especially in the indie industry. Well, it's the key for anything, but especially in the indie industry where there's not that big name attached to the movie as a director.
Sure.
Marketing is key, and I see a lot of newer filmmakers, especially in the indie industry. They don't do them. They don't put the foot. I sales term. I call it putting the feet on the ground, and during the
Right.
actual marketing and putting your name out there, being at horror
Right.
conventions, at booths. You got to
1000%.
grind. They just post something on Facebook and wait for it to come back. No, you gotta grind.
It's funny you say that, Travis, because there's a couple of times that key people that are on the team said to me, like, we're not used to having a budget for marketing. Wow. And I actually said that using that as a complaint because I do. I'm not sure of what it was, but it's funny. How you're hitting in on some things that I've learned. Like I wouldn't understand doing a film and I understand, listen, okay, you can put the cart before the horse. The horse before the cart. Listen, man, when I put the cart before the horse, that means I got my whole bag ready, brother. Okay. Listen, and as far as a sales and marketing strategy, if I had one, it's the marketing and strategy, because the normal, like you said, to do what we're doing, we normally would take the studios to be already in it, behind it, already be sold. Me, I'm enjoying the moment of doing something that is audacious and followed up with more audacity. That's all you can follow audacious up with. Okay. Mm-hmm. So I'm prepared for that. And the fact is, when I say that, it's the only thing that gets attention. Really. So my strategy behind this, my friend, in terms of the marketing, and I thank you too for noticing as a marketer and definitely a person that knows how to move streams and distribution and different things like that and understands the diagram. Listen, my whole part of this stuff, man, is really just to make the studio executive say, who's this son of a bitch?
Who is this indie movie guy who has billboards up
on our billboards?
Yes.
They haven't seen the benches come yet. The benches are coming next, my friend. Yes. Yes. Yes.
This is an indie horror guy who has billboards up in 2 major cities,
Here's the thing, and my thought process. With all awards and content being, I don't know, man. This seems like you could just make anything. To actually do something though with a good script, a good cast, a good cinematography, a sound, color. A good film with all those formulas. How could it miss? I'm in Hollywood, man. Listen, man. I'm in Hollywood. This is what they do here. I'm not reinventing the wheel. I'm just reinventing, I don't know, audaciousness and not needing to go out and sell and peddle my ideas and thoughts that I can do myself and have all the value in the world for me, because really I'm not in it for the money. I mean, I'm in it for other things, and just happens to be the money does come with it. It's all inclusive. So my motivations are this, like I already told you, the film, the people in it, the love, the continuation of the story. But it's also something that I learned from Betty White. Rest in peace,
Okay.
Betty White. I think it was Betty White or Betty Davis. Someone corrected me, said Betty Davis. Either one. Okay. I think it's Betty White, because
Okay.
she's a jokester, and she was doing some type of seminar and speaking to college people about the best way to get into Hollywood. And they asked her, "What's the best way to get into Hollywood, Miss White?" She said, "Take Fountain." And that's what I did. I took Fountain, man. I didn't have to go
Hmm.
beg anyone, please look at my piece. Please help me. Please, I don't know. I didn't have to show them no breast. I didn't have to do nothing, man. I'm just going to do
Hmm.
the thing, man, and make a great film with great people. And I will tell you this, at the end of the day, as my options increase, as does our continuation with the PR campaign, and I like to call it an assault and battery, Travis.
That's the way
That's
you got to do it.
I like that, Travis. Thank you, thank you, thank you for that, my friend. Respect. But as that continues, everything rises. The rap party is coming September 21st. It's going to be red carpet. It's going to be live entertainment, man. My people, our cast, they are going to love the energy as we move closer at that point to the premiere, which we're looking for before Halloween. But at the end of the day, if I have to, man, I'll open up my own streaming platform, baby, and do the whole kit and caboodle. Right. And in the
Yeah.
meantime, put our films in Cannes, put it in Venice. I mean, it just, I have a good friend with iHeart, who is a #2 guy there, and has already said, he's in Canada, says, let's put it in the Toronto Film Fest. I mean, so listen, we got a lot of support. And I have a special surprise. We had some issues that we have to correct while in post, as you do. That's where the lab
Hmm.
is. But some CGI, computer generated images, we need to fix rather than reshoot. Guess what? So a friend has resurfaced who happens to be, I won't say the name, it's not necessary, but we have a special surprise for this film. Travis, you there?
You're back.
Okay,
Okay.
there you go. So we back, we good? Special effects supervisor, man, for avatars, for Marvel, and for the Hulk. So I mean, he's what that means is also he's coming on to oversee just making things better, man. I mean, wow, I'm really excited for our film, man. And I mean, I love sharing it with you. I'm really excited about it.
And the trailer, by the way, is up on, I think I saw it on YouTube. Check out
YouTube,
yeah.
IMDb. Yep. It's on the Boatyard at IG, Boatyard Movie. It's also on our TikTok and our, which is the Boatyard Movie. And we got something else, but we're all over the board. And
Yeah,
actually, you could just Google the Boatyard, man. And
yep.
because Mike Joy and everyone's doing such a great job, we're #1 and it's all over the place.
Nice, nice. By the way, I use Mike too. Mike's amazing. So if you, I'm gonna give Mike a plug.
Obviously, we've been plugging Mike the whole time, but we got two Mikes, Ferguson and Mike Joy, who are both really
They're both killing it.
listen. Listen, I don't know. Are you in the East or West?
East Coast, Baltimore.
Okay, B Town. Okay, I used to get out that way, Silver Springs and Upper
Okay.
Prince George, PG County.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah, man. So, it'd be great for you to come to the premiere, man. I'd love for you to come to the rap party. I mean, obviously, but you know what? The premiere is going to be lit. Everyone is telling me, well, the rap party too. You're welcome to both, but I got to tell you, everyone's saying, hey, gee, there's a strike, man. I mean, what are you going to do in the theaters and stuff? I was like, you know what that means? A discount. Everything's
That's true.
negotiable now, man. The red carpet's gonna roll, baby. I mean,
Yes.
it sounds like they're gonna love when we get the call for that. So, absolutely, man. Please do come.
Most definitely. So I'm about to ask you a question. When it comes to the
Anything you
release,
want.
are you doing theatrical or are we going to be going to streaming service, DVDs?
No, I didn't even know they still do DVDs. Do they? I guess so. That's a little. I don't know, man. But here's the thing. We've had I've had some interested parties already contact and reached out from streaming from the
Okay.
platforms. Okay. I won't say the name. It's not necessary. But here's the thing. I'm in a unique position. Like I said, we're gonna go ahead and do our premiere. If someone hasn't, I guess, made the check big enough, then we're just going to go ahead and do our own premiere, man, and red carpet, man, and Getty Images. And guess what? Continue just sticking it in their face. And if I'm forced to, Mike, guess what? We'll just start our own streamer. I mean, what could it be? An extra billion after we get our content? Right. What could it be? Now you got to take everything together. Guess what? I'm here. I'm here. I took Fountain. Welcome to Hollywood, baby. RG. Definitely. Energy Entertainment, the Boatyard, the cast and crew, man, and long live horror, baby. I mean, yo, cult following, baby. We're already followers and subscribers, brother. Okay? Right. So everybody look forward to something new in the genre, man, and subscribe and follow, man. You're gonna see us around, man. It's a great cast and crew. You guys are gonna love them. I mean, we have it's humor, it's wit, it's Californian, man. I mean, it's just really unbelievable, man. It's the magic of movies, brother.
And I grew up in the 80s. I'm an 80s kid. It's an 80s movie, which is, if you love that 80s horror movie, I mean, it has that look to it.
Definitely Thank you, man. Thank you. That's what we went after. Because, I mean, listen, you're wearing it right there, Friday the 13th. I mean, it's not hard to do to change. There's nothing new under the sun. It's all rewrites. But to have great film like Friday the 13th, like Halloween, like all the things that can give us the format and formula, man, and just change up some things to just do it a little bit different, and bring in a new flavor. Bingo, man. I mean, so really, man, my shout outs go to all of those directors, man, and all those producers that did that and laid the way. I mean, because all we did was just put it on the water, man, and in a boat and with a new cast and things like that, my friend. Yes.
All right. So we're going to do something fun now. I got some fun questions. I got 2 fun questions I'm asking you. It might give you some shit, but let's go for it.
I can't wait. I'm in. I love it already.
All right. What is the worst horror movie you've seen in the last 5 years? Like, this movie was a piece of shit. Like, you're like, I would never recommend this movie to anyone. I can watch this movie again.
You did say I was going to get us in trouble here. Okay. Yes. Okay. So luckily, watch this. It's not a political answer. I did see one. Okay. Our Dana, Megan, okay, she had me look at, and I'm not trying to throw it on you, Megan, okay, but she had me look at a film that, who was it? It was Cinemax, no, Showtime, I think, bought it. I don't remember the name, Travis. She put me on it because she loved our script and our film so much. She said, look what Showtime bought. They didn't even, whatever this film was, I forgot, but they didn't take the timestamp off the end of the film. When it was going to credit, it had the time. Buddy, listen, that was, and I mean, you wouldn't believe, I wish I could get the name of it for you, because I'm not afraid to step out there. The actors were great. The actors were good. The film was just, I don't know, man. It wasn't even just me saying it, but it was said in a way that our film is really going to be good. So I'll put it like that. I never saw that before, though. Timestamp on the credits, man. It was still ticking. I mean, so, wow.
Listen, I used to do when I first started this channel, I used to do to-be movie reviews, like bad horror movies, and I've seen some bad ones. So, bad ones. And the worst part about it is, sometimes I have to interview these individuals now, but Anyway, I'll never tell them to subscribe. But
Stay left. I get it. You have a difficult position, man. I mean, right.
man. It is. It
How
is.
does
But
that work out though, Travis? You know,
okay.
when you know something was horrible, and I mean, you can't. I mean, I'm sure. See, if I did that and it was horrible, and you interviewed me, I'd be like, "Look, dude, let's just be frank. The shit was horrible, but guess what? It was a good piece of business, okay?" Right.
See, you're about to get me in trouble now. So it makes it so interview for me makes it so much easier if I enjoyed your work. It is. I mean, you can
Sure.
And but not everybody's work is my cup of tea, right?
Okay,
but
fair enough.
for instance, Skin and Marink. It's a movie. I interviewed Jamie Hill from there, and I didn't like that movie, you know, but I liked her character in the movie. She did a great job. Wasn't a fan of the movie, so I can say this though. If I tell people to watch this movie, this is a great movie. If you hear me say those words,
You mean it.
it's a good movie.
Yes. Your reputation, man. I mean, obviously, man. You right. You know, I
If you
love
hear
that
me say
because
words like interesting and this and that,
oh, okay, right. I get it, man. I mean, right, you know. But it's good, you know, your what is it? Your tactic diplomacy, man. I mean,
you have to be, you
yes,
know,
that's the way to do it.
I come in every interview. Every interview is unbiased. I don't put on my judgment of your work in my interview.
Right.
I find
Absolutely.
out about I'm interviewing you as a person. How did you come up with that idea? Blah blah blah. So yes, I mean, this is to me this is much easier. Like a lot of this, I stopped doing reviews, right? Because there's so many people on YouTube who do reviews.
Right.
I mean, it's kind of watered down at this point.
Right. Everything is, buddy. The
But
food, everything, man.
everything's watered down. But no one is doing horror indie interviews. So I'm the horror indie interview guy, you know, and
We love you,
this is
buddy.
thank you,
We love you,
and
man.
yes, thank you, and this is so much easier. It's just so much easier than
So
doing
tell me
reviews.
this, Travis. I got a question for you,
Shoot.
man. This because okay, what makes a film to you interesting versus go watch it is good? Which means a bad or good one? Is it the actors, and would it be the cinematography? Where's your
So
experience line?
so a great movie to me is a movie that I'm like, wow, that's an interesting idea. Um, that's something I've never seen before, and it kept my attention all the way through. It doesn't
Key.
have it doesn't have to have the highest production. It doesn't have the highest production. It doesn't even have the best acting. But at the same time, I'm not even in the movie game. I can give anybody this advice who's going into the film industry. Pay attention to who you hire as your actors and actresses. You could have the best fucking story ever.
Right.
Best fucking story ever. But if your actors and actresses don't care, people see that.
Obviously, yes. It's
People see
translucent, man.
that.
It comes through.
People see that. And you, if I
You
was going to make a
can't
movie,
lie. You
if I
can't. You
was going
got
to
to
make a
be
movie,
authentic.
listen, if I was going to make a movie today or tomorrow, I would literally be going after film students. I would be going, not ones who are graduated. I'm talking about they're in school right now because they're going to be the ones, this is their first work. This is something to put on their resume. They are
Sure.
going to be passionate. They are going to go on out.
Sure.
They're not expecting a whole bunch of money, if money at
Sure.
all. They want
Right.
something to put on their resume. I would not be going after strippers and
Right. Or like
someone.
me, it's so funny, man, because I had a couple of exes that came back. I even had a couple of exes, their mothers tried to get at me, bro. You know, so when you do a movie, they come out the woodwork, bro. Listen, man. So and I had a couple of women, well, one in particular, man, that You know, man, since you said the word fuck, I mean, I'll just go ahead and tell you, man. He
Bring
came
it up.
down, tried to offer me anything. I'll do anything. Just put me in the film. And I said, well, man, I mean, shoot, I mean, most of the things you've already done. I mean, so
Hmm.
when you say anything, I said, you do realize I have a casting agent. Like just because of whatever you'll do or because you know me, why would I cast you when I paid a casting agent to do the
Yeah.
casting? So you know, man, what you say, right? I listen. This is all business, man. I'm not. I mean, this had to be for the people. This has got to be something that's for the ages, and I'm not going to get that with people who just want to be in a film or think they
Yep.
right, man. I want casting agent once again. Shout out to my casting agent, Lene Bell, and the job they did because man, we got listen, Mike Ferguson. Come on, our guy Zach, okay, who plays Chad, man. I mean, this kid, I mean, his attitude, I mean, everything. It was seeing them transform in some of these scenes in the cell with Megan and Amy. I mean, these guys are really crying, man. These guys, I mean, when it was time, man, these are real tears, man. I mean, these
Hmm.
are brilliant young people, man. And wow, Megan just won Best Actress 223. Okay. You know, so we got some fire, man. And obviously Susan Lanier, who's played in a ton of stuff also in the horrors, man. I mean, come on, she's our
And there's something.
bartender and mother.
Mhm.
Absolutely, man.
And
Come
that's the
on,
same thing.
man.
I looked at your cast. They have a resume.
They're
And I'm not
official,
saying,
man.
and I'm not saying for horror, in these horror, especially, you need Academy Award fucking
Right,
actors and actresses.
right.
But at the same time, you cannot have this motherfucker. By the way,
No,
I have a script, right? I have a script. I have questions and so forth. But you never see my script. You never see me. I've seen movies where the person is literally, so where can I go? And like, and it's like, whoa,
right. Oh,
whoa.
but I mean, if someone, but now is that the actor or is that the director not directing it properly? Is it just the screenplay writer
It's the
not?
director. It's the director.
Obviously, I think so.
It's yes, it's the director.
And
To
then at the end of the
me,
day, it's going to
listen,
be your EP. It's going to be
but
your
the
EP
director,
also.
but the director is the leader. He's the leader. So
That's what he does,
anything that
right?
goes wrong in a movie is his fault.
It's on him. Correct.
It's or her, him or her,
Correct. Them.
and
It's on them. Correct. Yes. Good
it's
correction. Yes.
100% on them. Either they are not doing a better job at finding casting directors.
Understanding,
Yes,
understanding, understanding, overstanding what we're trying to deliver here in this message, man. Right.
I mean,
Which is,
because
I think, wait, I'm
there's
sorry,
some
guys.
bad movies out there. I mean, there's some movies that are god
Well, they're
awful.
just slapping them together, brother, because they can. I mean, you know, you get a 10-pack deal or something with Netflix or whatever, because you know you came in with something that was okay, and they just filling up slots or whatever, and they just got they're printing the bread, man. I mean, you know, they could
God,
afford to. Right, so they just put. So you know, when that happens, man, I mean, obviously you lose directors that really have the art of direction and see like, hey, let's shoot that again. Hey, let's shoot that again. Hey, like Dale Stelly. I mean, my director, as many times, you know, I was going to step up, and I was so glad because he stepped up before me because that's not the way it read. That's not the way we want it perceived. That's not the subtext that we were after here. I learned that word, man. I learned a lot of new stuff doing this movie. So thanks everything.
but also as a
Yeah,
director
man.
and leader too, you also have to not be afraid of constructive criticism.
Absolutely. And that's tough in this business with also what's happening in the world where everyone's just fragile. I mean, super fragile now,
So
man. Everything's offensive. Right. You know, usually I have to take people out of the equation. Like, okay, I'm not talking about you. Let's just say it was someone else. Okay. Right. Because wow, man. I mean, right. Okay.
mhm.
But no, my director, and I love my DP, Dana Rice, because, you know, even him, even he would say, let's shoot that again. Let's shoot that again. Let me get another one. Let me get another one. You know, so I saw the level of interest not just in the movie, but they're interested in what they were doing because it's their signature and stamp as well, man. I mean, right? I told them we don't have to win an award for the movie, the horror necessarily, well, although we could. But watch this. What about you guys doing a good enough job where even if we won an award for best cinematography, isn't that the DP? What if we won for best direction? Isn't that you? You know, see, that's where I come in and I want to just remind everybody, man, that that's what we got here, reputation, man. I mean, and that's what we're gonna stand on, man. Something good, authentic, man, and something that was fun, and just keep that synergy rolling, brother.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. All right, so the second and last question is, what's one iconic horror movie that everybody claims is great, but you think is overrated? For me, it's Jaws. I think I.
But is that a horror? I guess.
Okay,
Okay.
okay. Let's take Jaws
No,
back.
but no, let's leave it there because now you
Okay,
leave enough
but I have
room
another
for
one
me
too.
to slide
But I have
around
another
this
one too.
question.
But I have another one too. The original Friday the 13th. I thought it's a. I think that movie's a piece of shit.
Wow. Okay. Are you a Pisces, bro?
Libra.
That's pretty close, man. The only reason I asked you that is because all the questions you really asked were key points and stuff that was significant during the filming after on. But what I'm saying that now is because I was gonna actually I was fighting to say Friday the 13th, the first one, bro, because you had your shirt on. Okay, but
Okay.
that would be mine too, man. That would be mine. Like I just wasn't getting it, bro. I just
Hmm.
didn't feel it, man. You know. Um, and another one, I'll tell you that since you brought Jaws up, which is kind of, I guess it could be. There was some horrific scenes, so there could be horror,
Now I love
but
Jaws. Now I loved Jaws when I was a kid, but
number
like,
one, yes.
but now go. I mean, getting older I've gotten, it's like Jurassic Park. The older I've gotten, I cannot sit through and watch Jurassic Park. I can't.
Well,
Like,
that's
why
like.
was I into this?
Well, Travis, that's kind of like like I said something to someone the other day, and I said, man, I was watching football. I said, man, I remember when the players looked old and grown. I mean, now they look like children. Then I
Hmm.
went through a phase where the coaches looked old and grown, and now they look at, I mean, like,
Yeah.
right. So we change and our taste changes, man. And just, I mean, but that's all perception, how you see it. I mean, what it made you feel, it ain't making you feel that no more as we get older because, right, so that just makes sense, man. Um, I love Jaws 1, but could I sit through it and watch it again? No, for what? For what?
Yeah.
No, I'm good. But there was another, what movie was that? Not the first one I was telling you about. It was uh, The Sentinel. That did it for me. I mean, as a kid a long time ago, like I
Hmm.
was really impressed with it. But later on, I have to ask myself, what was I impressed with? I mean, when I
Yeah.
say it. But it's funny, man. It's ladies that like your taste in like people, like let's say
Hmm.
iconic men or women, my taste in women it changes also, like who used to be hot. Like say for instance, I saw someone the other day and it was a celebrity, and I was like, how could I even have liked them, man? I mean, they ain't got no
Hmm.
ass, no legs. I mean, right. I was like, I used
It
to think she was
changes.
hot. Like, wow, man. I mean, wow. So, yeah, man, I get it, man. Things change, man. So, I'm glad we updated something with this movie, Travis, because even while things change, it has a little something for everybody.
It
Okay,
does.
young, old, um, um, I mean, whatever gender assignment or whatever you are, we replicate the whole piece, man. Okay,
Okay.
our character
Okay.
Franklin, yes, man. I mean, he is the fifth wheel and he holds his stuff together, man. Glue, and his character is possibly portrayed as gay. It's not written in as gay. I mean, it doesn't matter. But that's the it's portrayed as that, but
Hmm.
it's also portrayed possibly as that could be a sign of weakness. But guess what? In this movie, you find out maybe some different things too. Right. Okay. So yeah, man, definitely.
What's the gore level in this movie?
I'm sorry.
What's the gore level?
It's a horror, brother. We
Okay.
got blood and
All right.
guts,
That's a
baby.
good answer.
When it's time, man, for the blood and guts, guess what? Uh, which means I have to shout out to Fox Labs, Eric Fox, and his special effects team did great, man. So we got to get him a shout too. Blood, guts, heart, man. I mean, right,
Awesome.
right, right. I thought it was sausage one day, man. I was just hungry. I did, man. Everybody laughed, but the food on the set, man, was just like, oh man. So I'm still getting the weight off from that. So next time we do our thing, bro, we'll make sure I take care of that too, not just the PR stuff and the post and all that stuff. What my director told me to do while he's directing, I'm gonna take care of the food too, cause right, pizza and all that. Yeah, yeah. These guys are too young, man. They can do that, not me.
And for all the fellas out there, tits and ass. Is it good? This is an 80s horror movie. Would it be some tits and ass?
Obviously, my friend. I mean, shit, you can't make a movie without, I mean, some tits, ass, and I mean, listen, man, our resident hottie cutie, man, listen, you know something? Amy Bird. Woo, listen, now Raquel Welch, when you see her on the floor, listen, wow, she is hot, she's sexy, she's super, super fucking talented. It was so funny how, if I could share this story, when I was sitting down with the casting and said, I like her. We all kind of passed by. I said, go back to this one over here. And I said, let's set up a second with her. It was something about her I liked. And obviously she had her tits and ass and everything, obviously, man. I mean, right. That's what we go to movies for. All of us want to fuck somebody in the movie, right? I mean, wouldn't be a movie without putting somebody you want to fuck in there, even if you got to keep a secret at home, right? Which is stupid, man, because both the husband, wife, everybody, right? That's the point.
Everybody
so here's
is,
the
yes.
thing. Amy's super hot. When we on the call back, I asked her, I said, where are you from? She said, Guyana. I said, oh, Guyanese. So that's what's interesting. I like island girl look, man. She's got a Spanish look or Middle Eastern look, but the Guyanese also have a particular look that they haven't lost from colonization. You still have it, man. And that's hot. It's different. But it's funny, man. When she came, her audition, her tape was great. When she came for the reading, all right, we all kind of got a little, let's say, concerned because it just wasn't what we saw. Later on, after that, I had a couple words with her, man. I said, listen, headquarters wants me to tell you, this is your opportunity, man. Do the thing, man. I mean, we're not seeing it, So we were actually planning a backup. Later that evening, I reached out to her and my director, and we spoke, man. And I also reached out to Jamal Everett, okay, who plays Franklin, okay, in the film. Wonderful actor, he's so funny, okay. And I asked him, I said, listen, man, I like her. We got to help, man. I mean, because we're shooting this thing in 3 days. I don't want to replace her, man. I mean, and anyway, everybody got with her, man. And you know something? I couldn't believe when she came on that set. Woo! I had to say, you must have just been fucking with us at that reading because she brought fire, bro. Listen, man. Wow. I'm telling you, man, listen, I didn't expect it. You back, Travis? Okay, so when people tell me they're an actor or actress, it's in life before I start doing movies. I would always say, isn't everybody? Yeah. Right. I mean, right. Who's not an actor or actress, man? That's all we doing out here, man. I mean, right. So, it's just funny how many people can't even play themselves. It's sad. But with that being said, man, these people in the film, is my point, made me appreciate a whole new level for the craft. Man, listen, for your audience, for everybody, the new audience that's coming, because everyone's telling them about Travis and his podcast and the films and all the people. Right. Let me just say this, man. You're gonna really appreciate the acting these guys did. And I just was mesmerized because it wasn't even about my story. It was about what they did to that story to make me realize, wow, we got a story, bro. We got gold in a bottle. I mean, really. Wow. These guys were absolutely awesome. Amy, yes, back to the tits and ass. Right. It's funny because in her audition tape and in her what do you call her? Face,
Headshot.
whatever it is.
Headshot.
Headshot, man. She's got this dress on and ain't nothing but tits, man. And she wasn't so pretty. That's all you see. And then all of a sudden she came in like this burlap sack to the reading, man. Like nobody, like she covered her tits up. Like we don't have a problem with her. Okay. Listen, she is hot, sexy. She's a wonderful, talented actress, man. And I just couldn't believe in 3 days the level she rose to, man. Like, wow, really?
Awesome.
Amy, you owe me. Yeah.
You've seen this interview,
Obviously. And we got Megan. Man. So yeah, man. Very hot, some hot, steamy, sexy scenes, but guess what? Still a horror, not a porn.
Yes.
Class.
RG, this interview has been a blast, man. I
had fun with you, bro.
I gotta have you back on, man. So
I can't wait.
So tell everybody how we can find you.
Well, you can go to, my IG is JUSTRWG. It's for Just Running with Genius. It's an acronym, obviously. JUSTRWG. I'm right there. I actually just got verified recently, man. Things. I mean, wow, my stalkers went up. Went up. I also at TikTok is Yacht Life. Okay, Yacht Life, and the name is Rory Graham, RG Graham. Obviously, my IMDb. I always get the initials wrong on purpose, and people always tell me that don't have an IMDb that I'm saying it wrong. I'm like, yeah, I know I'm doing it on purpose. Okay, but anyway, yeah, you could go there. And NRG Entertainment, man. The Boatyard at IG. We're all over the place, man. I'd love to check in. I'd love to be back. I thank you, Travis, man. You've been entertaining. And look forward to not only the Boatyard, but the sequels, because we're going to keep it going. The end is the beginning. Okay? End is the beginning.
One last thing.
You could do anything you want, my boy. Yes.
Let us take a look at his fucking boat, man.
Absolutely. I'm going to turn this around, okay?
Yes,
I'm going to turn this around, and let's get some lights here. Don't mind the marijuana on the counter.
Damn.
Here's one bedroom. This is where you see Megan and Chad getting it on. Here's your bathroom and shower. One of them. Kitchen area, obviously. Watching a movie right now. The iPad. Let's see here. Let's go a little bit outside. Okay, and let's give you some of this flavor out here. But we got a bedroom down here too. I forgot, but I put the cushions in because we had a hurricane the other day. But here's another bedroom, a full bathroom here. Okay, mirrors all over the place. And as we go outside, got some great scenes out here. It's a beautiful night in Marina Del Rey, Captain's Helm. And yeah, man, this is where the cushions go. But we had that hurricane. It's so funny. Everyone's talking about the hurricane out here that didn't happen. I'm like, what about the hurricane of crime out here, man? No one's talking about that. Right. What about the hurricane of crime, bro? I mean, really, bro. They don't talking about that one, right? These guys are purging, bro. It's just a purge going on. People act like they don't even know, man.
In Baltimore, man. I mean,
you can't even listen. When I came to Baltimore years ago, let me tell you something. It was the last time because I was in PG County, and I'm gonna tell you, at that time, PG County didn't even have like normal crime like credit card theft. It was just rape, robberies, and killings.
It is. It's absolutely. It's not the most dangerous place I've been to in this country. I mean, Detroit, Michigan, you guys win on that one, number one. Baltimore's up there, though. Baltimore is
obviously
bad.
No doubt.
Yes. But it's not just the crime. It's the politicians are corrupt. The police force is corrupt. I mean, it's just bad from the bottom all the way to from the top to the bottom. It's just bad.
It's funny, man. I used to live in Mexico and Costa Rica for years. I have a daughter in Costa Rica, some businesses. I got out of the U.S., man, for that reason, just because, man, shit, I just saw where it was going, man. And I'm back here now, and I'm on the boat, man, because guess what? I have a fence over there. If any bullshit happens, I get to see them before they even get to come in. Okay, right. I got a water desalinator. I don't give a shit when they hit the towers or whatever goes on. Guess what? I'm gonna be fine. I got fishing poles. I got crab nets. I mean, listen, man, I'm not tripping. I really,
If a
bro. I
zombie
mean,
apocalypse, if the zombie
it's a
apocalypse
mess.
happening today, tomorrow, you're gone.
Hey, bro, listen, man. I mean, here in Los Angeles, well, they just gave the police a raise, and I guess that's what some of all this was about because it's all these smash and grabs that been happening here. It's funny. They got a raise 3 days ago, and now all of a sudden they're catching all these people. I don't know, man. I mean, is that good or bad? I mean,
Yeah.
right. Is that good or bad if they could have caught them before and didn't, and now
But
they
they
got
weren't
a
getting paid
raise
enough.
and did? I
Yeah.
mean, so this just goes back to the politics. I mean, at the end of the day, Travis, I mean, really, man, I've never seen crime get better. It's gotten progressively worse since I've
1%.
been a child. I mean, so what are they going to do? And now, they have the new bail law, no bail here for most crimes. So, man, I mean, shit, they ain't even going to jail. I mean, so I don't know. Is anybody looking at the end game? Because I mean, I mean, what do we expect that to do? I mean, I don't know, man. And it's funny. I was talking to somebody the other day, man, about being in Mexico and choosing those countries. They said there was more like cartel there. I said, where do you think the police are right here? Just because they call them police, you don't think that's the cartel? I mean, it's the cartel. But that's what the cartel does. They keep law.
Mm-hmm.
Don't they? I don't know, man. It's the same shit.
I
It's the
never thought of it
same
that
shit.
way, but it's
I
the same
mean, it's
shit.
the same shit, bro.
It's the
Right.
same shit.
You reporting in, checking in to somebody. Okay. Right. So, man, like I said, out here, I get to stay out their way, bro. I'm waiting for my own parties because it's just a bunch of fuckery going on now.
Mm-hmm.
So, I get invited to a bunch of stuff, but I'm very reluctant to go because, I mean, why would I increase my chances of, I don't know, man, just being right? I mean, it's just stupid. I don't know, man.
Shit.
I'm not out. Right. I'm
Listen,
waiting
the
for my.
shit is not. Listen, the shit is not getting any better.
No, man. It's like
Shit
the
is not
homeless
getting.
thing. I got, I love what I don't know, man. I'm just saying. I support anything that's going the right way. But I don't know. I'm gonna be careful with this because but here's the thing. Here's the thing. You see me backing up. I'm
You gotta
backpedaling.
get canceled. I know.
I'm backpedaling, but I'm only gonna backpedal a little bit. But here's my question. Okay, it's a question. Here's my question.
Uh-huh.
Even if they got all the homeless off the street, now I don't even care where you're gonna put them. But what
That's
about them?
impossible. But that's
It's
impossible because
impossible.
it's
Does
impossible
anybody
because there's always going
correct?
to be homeless people. There's always going to be people who are down and out. There's
Who's
going to
the
be always
next?
people who
Who's
are
the
on
next crew
drugs or
coming to fill?
alcoholics.
Right.
And there's
Oh,
always going to be
there you go.
fuck ups. There's always going to
There
be
you
fuck ups in the
go,
way.
bro. Why are they doing this? I mean, for what? Unless it's just a funnel of money again going
But there's
right.
always
I mean,
going to be criminals.
you know something, man. If I wasn't in the movie business, you know what I'd be in? The security business. Putting home burglar alarms in, reminding people, hey, some things are better to have and not need than to need and not have. And guess what? Crime doesn't get better. You need this one, right? Actually, I'd say that because that's where I made my first million at when I was 26 in the security business in
Nice.
Atlanta, man. So, right. Residuals, man, recurring revenue, brother, so, hey, just like the movie business, man,
Mm-hmm.
we got some sequels coming. And I also have to tell you, I know we're on the horror piece and that's great, but we're also going to show some diversity, man. I have a rom-com that I wrote a script for called The Best Game Is No Game at All. It's going to be
Nice.
real interesting. And then also we have some real live stuff, real life events that are going to be, it's being scripted now, and it's going to be phenomenal because it's a true story.
Awesome.
Yeah. It's about somebody close to me, my friend, that was a victim of some people that actually went to the feds and put him in prison. And he thought it was just the wife who ratted him out, but he found out it was a business partner and they were in cahoots together. And he never knew till he got out of prison when some pictures surfaced of them two together. He got out of prison, man, and you know, man, he just keeps on accomplishing things that are amazing, because the fact is, things that when you find something like this out, this is what I'm amazed about with the story. When someone finds out about this and they had that moment of saying, oh shit, they're together. This was a play. And you spent 27 months in prison and you lost your children and everything. I look at him and say, how could you not be consumed with this? And the story really is how he astral projects over this and showing that there's such a thing as, man, I'm bigger than that. Like it didn't have, you know, they didn't accomplish what they wanted to. And now, guess what? Their algorithm is destroyed because he found out about these two people. And now, I mean, you know, wow, man, they know. And whatever their plan was, wow, man, you know, I was just so proud of him when he said, I don't need to do anything. Look at her face. And he showed me a picture of her when they saw him, and I was like, wow. She says she dies every day, man. Right. You know, so it's just a bigger story in there about the drama, about the suspense, about the reality. It takes us to Mexico. It really sets up the good guys being the ones hated, and the bad guys supposedly everyone loves because no one had to do this to them, man. So it's a good story, man. I mean, right. It's going to be interesting, man, putting that in the can and seeing who we get to cast and play some of these key characters, man. So I'm having fun, man. I mean, shit, man. I mean, hooray for Hollywood,
that's what
brother.
life is about, man. That's what life is about. I want to grow up and be like you one day, man. That's where I want
Hey, man, I hear that a lot. And you know what I tell people? When I grow up, I want to be like me too. Really, bro. I mean, if I ever grow up, man, I'll be
boat, man. Look at that fucking boat. That's fucking amazing.
Listen, let me cut some more lights on. This thing is 52 feet. I drive them too,
Holy
man. I fly up.
shit.
I know how to fly a plane. I have my own plane, brother, and I also, yeah, man. I love driving the boat, man. I mean, that's my specialty, man. And let me cut these lights on out here. Okay, pink. Okay, those are on. And I'll show you there up front. Salon lights, F lights. You got to come out. You have an invitation now, obviously, Travis, to come and play around, man. On the boat. Oh, here we go. Nav lights. And okay, so yeah, man. Let's see. You probably can't see out here too much, but this thing goes all the way out to the front. So whoever drives got to be really careful. Which I'm the captain. So you know what I learned about what I love about being captain to the boat, man, is, you know, something I learned a lot of things, how to navigate, man, like how important it is to be right on point, because a degree off or half a degree off, man, multiplied by time and distance, man, you don't know where you're going to end up, bro.
Way off.
Okay. So that, man, I can apply on land. And also, man, when you drive a boat, you know, boat doesn't have, when I say a boat, I mean a big boat, a yacht. You know, the thing is, it doesn't have brakes. So with that being said, is if the water's moving, the wind is blowing, and you're trying to make a maneuver into a small space, guess what? You better know just what you're doing. And I tell everybody on the boat when we come in, please quiet down, be quiet, because I need to hear me. I need to hear what I'm saying to me, not the confusion around, because sometimes there's no room for error in certain situations, like flying a plane. If there's no room for error, I like that situation because that just means don't fuck up. Right. I got no options, man.
Yep.
Don't fuck up. So listen, you got to come out sometime, man. You and Mike, all of us, man. Mike and the other Mike, because, yeah, man, I mean, I love fishing. We're going to do some more movies. And like I said, it's great because I made the boat famous, bro. Yeah,
Yeah,
everybody's gonna win when just because of the boat being famous, man. So you know,
everybody's is going to get the tour for the second time in the movie.
1000%, man. Absolutely, man. I even played a small role in the film as a psychiatrist as we go to the outro. And that's a special surprise right there, so I won't give it away.
Nice,
Yeah,
nice.
man.
Well, guys, listen, October, check out for the Boatyard
Thank you, Travis.
and follow RG on social media, Instagram, Facebook, everywhere.
Twitter, everywhere. Just Google it. Google the name, man.
Is it
Okay.
Twitter now or is it X?
I'm on the Twitter,
Twitter.
man. I'm not changing up anything, man. You know, I ain't listen, they ain't getting me pulled and all this. Listen, all that stuff when Jamie Foxx disappeared, I think I'm the only person on earth that said this is a play, man. It's a play.
I
He
said
can
that
come
too.
out with some movie shit or something, bro.
I said that too.
Come on, man. Listen, man, we know the play by now, bro. If you don't know the play by now, get wrapped up into that, man. Listen, come on. Really? Really? You know, it's sad, man. You know, we got a generation now, man, that's, I don't know, man. I just feel bad for people, man. You know,
Well, life is
when you
like a
got to get,
big fucking game now. Like life is a big fucking game. It's always been a game, but I feel like now we're playing this weird fucking game.
well, the
And there's
reason we're
certain things
playing it,
I don't want to
Travis,
say, but it's a weird fucking game
it
going on.
is, but here's the thing, and you made a great point. You, it's not that the people that are playing the game, it's the people that the game is playing. And they think
Yes.
they're playing the game. But no, 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 no. You know, man, not at all, man. I mean, you know, that's the whole key to this piece. I mean, you know, I found out when I tell people all the time, see, here's the issue with things when we have conflict. It's because, you know, you talk to a man that's been divorced 4 times, okay? And one time for citizenship out the country, I'm not even counting. So here's the thing. The problems come in when you want to be heard, and people want to be heard. I get it, to be validated. So if something's wrong, but here's where it gets sticky. You're bringing in your truth, and as if the other party doesn't have their own truth,
Mm-hmm.
which means we're not going to settle this out by being heard. That's not going to do it because
Mm-hmm.
that's just waiting for the next time you're going to bring your truth in and negate that I have one too. And even if you give me a chance to speak, now I'm bringing in my truth. But
Mm-hmm.
see, our truths aren't the truth. Our truths are filled with bullshit. Did your mama hold you enough as a kid? Did she hold you too much as a kid? Do you like your name? I mean, how about your last 18 boyfriends and bodies you done collected out there, really trying to act like you're still a virgin or something around here? Right, right, right. Let's see, see, all that has to come in that baggage. But see, I'm interested in something else. I'm not interested in any situation bringing in my truth. Let's just bring in the fix. How about the truth? How about the truth that's undeniable that doesn't necessarily have to side with you or me? It's not about that. It's about so we can get on the right side. See, the truth, the one and only. There's no two or three. There's one and only truth. And guess what? To play that game, you got to have some big balls. And that's where I lose a lot of people because that's the only way you're going to correct yourself, killing the beast. That's the way, but you become a beast is to take over, man. The beast, man. I mean, you can't let him come out even a little bit. You got to know how to slap his ass down and say, I done told you to stay.
Well, I
Bye.
say this. Well, I say this too, and a lot of people disagree with me. Relationship, partnership, whatever. I rather have respect than love.
Any day.
Love does this.
Like
You got
anything else in the algorithm, Travis. It's
it
the
does this.
algorithm.
It goes up and down. You fall in and out of love if they piss you off or whatever.
Right.
Respect, though. Respect is not going to allow you but go so far.
But watch this, though, Travis. All these things are words because respect, yes, you're right. But what about nowadays when you have people running around singing these songs like whatever, Red Dirty Red or whatever, talking about she just came from downtown, Pound Town with her asshole brown, her pussy pink. I mean, where are you going to take this talent to memorizing and singing these words? So here's the point. How could you expect anyone to have respect when they ain't even got self-respect, man, no more? They don't have it.
But that's part of the game.
It's gone.
But that's part of the fucked up game that's going on.
Right.
People have
It's a word.
The game has convinced people that certain things are okay.
Right. And it's just
certain
not.
things are okay. That if you look 30, I don't even say fucking 30, 20 years ago, it wasn't okay.
Right. Right.
But the game has convinced that
it's okay to do whatever the hell you want. And if you feel bad about it, we got Xanax, Adderall over here for you. Everything you need to make you feel better. And not to mention, alcoholism is at its all-time high, the worst drug ever. Man, I done got rid of so many people around me because I don't fuck with drunks. Sorry.
But the fucked up thing is, but the fucked up thing is in society now, you cannot call somebody out for who they truly are.
I do. Guess what?
You can't.
Not to do something belligerent, not to do something like unethical with no class, but I will call a spade a spade. I'm not being changed in this format, man. Okay,
and I do certain people, because the rule is generalization. That word gets used. Everything is a generalization.
Correct.
Everything. So when people say don't generalize X, Y, Z, it sounds idiotic to me because everything is a generalization.
Totally.
Everything.
That's like people saying don't judge me. If you say don't judge me, aren't you judging me already as being a judger? I mean, hold up, man. Let's get the game right. Let's start. You know, English is the only language, my friend, that starts with the predicate instead of the subject. Check it out.
Yes. But you can't tell me some crazy off the wall shit, right? And expect me to forget it and not judge you. You can't.
That's like being a racist, isn't everybody, bro? Hello, my friend.
Say don't judge me for your past. What else am I going to judge you off but your past?
And unless you're living your past still and just not and trying to fake like you're not. Okay, the cover up is real, bro. The cover up is so real now. These people, man, I gotta tell you, they don't even. I mean, I spoke to somebody the other day, like an ex or something, whatever they were, and they said, the state that you have me in. Well, I said, well, you're in a whole other country. She said, I didn't mean state. Like, oh, you mean state of mind, state of emotion. That I have you in? Yo, this is why, guess what? I don't fuck with you anymore because that's it. I don't have you, and you got you in that shit. Right. I mean, they said, well, couples have arguments. I said, I don't want to be like them. That's not my example. Let's be like the ones that don't, man. I mean,
I don't like that. I'm the type, yes, I've heard that the couples like that. Well, it's natural to argue. I am not an arguer.
It's not.
Let's push this past and let's move
Let's
forward.
get the fix, man. Where's the fix at?
And move.
That's it.
You know.
And if we can't do that and we start playing stupid, like we don't know what the problem is no more or something, guess what? They're fucking already gone, bro. Cut that shit. And you're talking to a pro, 4-time pro. Get rid of them, man. It ain't gonna work. One thing I won't do is sit somewhere where this thing is telling me, speaking to me. And I'm going to deny it and feel bad 10 years later that I knew this shit. When you see the signs, man, guess what?
Yeah.
That's that, man. You know, don't forget too, we live in a society, watch this, where we park our cars on a park. We drive on a parkway and we park in the driveway. Does anybody think that, I mean, listen, this is right. That should be reversed. I mean, right. I mean, no one asked about that. I got a question for you, buddy. What's there's only one day a year. There's no network sports on TV in the US. Only one day.
Okay, and so it's not Thanksgiving or Christmas. Because
obviously not. Right. And here's the thing. Watch, because it's around etymology. It's around the things that we're talking about now, Travis, about the blissness of ignorance, about being programmed from day one that you got your name with programs you think of your choice, but they're all putting you in a rabbit hole. But here's my confirmation. No American knows this. I haven't asked one American who ever got this right. What's the one day There's no network sports on TV.
What day is that?
Election day. Wow. That's the only day, Poppy, is not good enough for your ass to be sitting on the couch in your rabbit hole, knowing who plays third base for Mets, screaming at the kids to get out the way, yelling at your wife, and knocking your 12-pack off. Election day, get your ass off that couch and go do your job. I'll leave it right there. You should see the game real clear now.
It's one big game, man. It's a fucked up game that's going on right now. All right, brother. Well, thanks again, my friend. Everyone, thank you for coming to the Horror Room. I'm Travis Bruce. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button.
Absolutely. I'll get everybody to do it. I love this guy. You guys look out for us. Thank you, bro. Have me back.
I'm going to be talking to you soon, brother.
Ciao, brother. Have a good night. Appreciate you.